Hey ladies, welcome to Aries Ideas. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I generally go off of inspiration and like things that I'm learning as I'm going through like my own life because I'm at a very intense growth spot and a lot of shit happens quickly because I'm just kind of the person that feels super intensely about things, like gets attached to situations like that, but can also become so unattached just as quickly. And it's honestly an emotional roller coaster and it's crazy, but I tend to find lessons out of things pretty easily. And I just feel like this is something on my heart that I really want to share because it's something that is so valuable to me, and I just like recognize it, and it's something that needs to, like, I need to tell it. And that's the whole idea of going into situations with expectations, and how doing that is really it's gonna hurt your heart, and it's going to put your energy into places and people and situations when it never fucking belonged to them, and they didn't do anything to deserve that in the first place. So if you're someone like me and you really just like, you go into situations, and by situations, I'm talking about specifically within like dating, okay? So I went out on a date with this guy, and it's been quite a bit, of time for me to like, I don't go on dates a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I went into it with very, very pure expectations. And everyone's a mirror to you. So the views that you have on humanity, the perceptions that you have of yourself, you'll generally apply those to other people and just assume that, for example, I believe I'm a very kind person. I'm super straight up and forward with people. I don't like to lie to their face to lead them on or to make empty promises. That's just not who I am, and it makes me feel really icky. And generally I just feel like it's pretty damn inhumane and like not moral to do that to somebody. Like, that's just like fucked up in my opinion. So I was going into the day with expectations of like, hey, like, like maybe this can go somewhere, and to be like treated like very respectfully and like a fucking human being, right? And the night goes on and the date was great. It was like fantastic. We really got to know each other. It was just like, we had a great time. So when it became less consistent after that, because we were talking for like a week and it was just like super consistent, good, hello, good morning, how's it going? Basic stuff. So when he went ghost, that really, really, really hurt. Like, it like really hurt, and I was very much so caught off guard because it was literally one day and my body was reacting so intensely, but the logical side of me wasn't really understanding why I was reacting to this, because like, it's really not that big of a deal, right? But the emotional side of myself and the logical side, they don't always like match up. And I was feeling really, really upset about it last night. And I honestly, it was like, it put me in a place where it forced me to reflect on myself, and it forced me to realize, okay, what is this really about? Like, what are you actually craving? And what I found was like that emotional connection and that emotional like dependency almost was something that I was really like craving in my body, because I had so much love to give and I just like wanted to give that out. But it made me realize I can't do that with everybody, and most importantly, not everybody deserves your love. Not everybody deserves your energy, and you certainly are not responsible for giving trust until it's like broken. It's okay to withhold your trust, to withhold your energy, withhold your love until someone has proven to you that they are worthy of that and that they will take care of that precious energy, love, and attention from you. And the big thing is to have high standards of people, but low expectations. Low expectations is like a safeguard for your heart. And it's kind of like having standards for yourself, like literally a notes list. I have a notes list on my phone, and as I'm gaining experience in this area, because I really don't have a lot, I'm creating this list of my standards and my boundaries based on what I'm realizing. Like, I'm not willing to compromise it, and it's something I have a need for in a relationship. And if someone can't provide that for me, then like I can't do it. I can't do it. When we meet someone, and it doesn't even have to take that long, like it could literally be you just met them and are like talking to them for a few days, you will have those rose-tinted glasses, and you will be willing to compromise and sacrifice things that you can't actually sacrifice and compromise in order to be in like a relationship that makes you truly happy and is aligned with you. So when you have this list, and as you start to build it, you're gonna gain experience and knowledge of what you actually like in relationships and what you don't like in relationships. But when you're going into it, like, and this doesn't just apply to romantic relationships, it can apply to friendships as well. Perhaps like a new job, a new career. If you have super high expectations and you have this whole story in your head of how they're gonna be, how they're gonna act, how you're gonna feel around them, you're going to disappoint yourself. And you might feel that like, no, like this person disappointed me, this person like fucked me over, like they are the problem. But at the end of the day, they're not the problem. The story of them that you told to yourself is the problem, and you hurt your own feelings. And last night, when I was thinking about this, I did not want to fucking admit that to myself, that I was the one who hurt my own damn feelings, because I went into it with high expectations and I got disappointed because he did not meet those expectations. So, even though I don't really have a lot of experience in this area, I do have theories, okay? I believe if you go into a date with high standards and low expectations, you're gonna be under the mindset of picking a person and not hoping to be the picked. So what I mean by this is you are going to observe them. You're going to observe their behaviors. Flat, like baseline, you don't expect anything of them. You're going to listen and observe to who they show, like how they show you who they are. People can't really hide who they truly are for that long. Like, it's really hard, and if they do try, like, they're gonna slip up sometimes. So take who they are and go into it. You cannot change this person. You cannot change their beliefs. You cannot change the way that they view themselves. You cannot change what they like. You cannot change their dreams, their ambitions, where they want to go in life. And it is not your job to change them. If they have issues, it is not your job to fix them for that person. And another thing that comes up, and this is something that I learned a while ago, and I'm so glad I did, and I'm so glad that this relationship didn't work out, because I used to believe if I could just show someone that's broken how much of a healed person I am, they would want to be with me, and I'd be able to almost heal their trauma, heal their issues just by me like being around them and me like supporting them and loving them. But at the end of the day, that's never gonna happen, because healing and growing yourself is always going to be a personal choice, and it is always something that you can either progress on or you can stop yourself from like pursuing, or you can fall back and go into states of anxiety, depression, overthinking, like rumination, like all of this like nasty shit. At the end of the day, it's completely in your fucking control. And that is the most liberating, but also like anxiety inducing fact. Because when you're in a shit situation and like you're feeling super shitty, like you are responsible for those emotions. You are responsible for that self-soothing. And I understand there's like that huge craving of like, I just want somebody else to fix it for me. I just want somebody to like apologize and to give me closure and to like let me know that I'm not the issue, that they're the issue and that they fucked up. But guess what? That's not something that's really easy for people. It's not something super common to be able to admit to your mistakes, to be able to admit that you are in the wrong. And you're not going to oftentimes get that from people, because that requires some serious fucking self-acceptance and love and like awareness. And that's not super common among like just like Joe Schmoes that you're going out with, you know? But yeah, this was a big eye-opener to me. And when I when I have these like lessons in my head that I learn, it's so crazy, because I will process my emotions. I'm really good at processing my emotions, and I want to do a video on like my like what I've discovered when it comes to self-soothing and like allowing myself to feel, because it's not something that I was always able to do, and it's something that I used to like push down a lot and like just like freak out and like go try to find someone else to process with. But when you're able to process out your emotions and allow yourself to sit and just like feel them fully in your body without trying to fix it and like get it out and like not feel that way anymore, it tends to leave your body a lot quickly. You tend to arrive at clarity a lot more smoother, and it's like you feel a lot more for a very short period of time, or at least lesser period of time. It really depends on you as a person and like the level that you're at and like how much experience you have with like processing things by yourself. But I definitely want to make a video on that for sure. But that was the big thing that I want to share. When you're going into situations, when you're going into dates, you need to have your high standards, but you need to go into it with low expectations and accept the person like as they are, and ask yourself, okay, this is who they have shown me they are. Do I want to accept that person into my life? And you have to be fucking brutal, like brutally honest with yourself. And I don't want you to feel bad if that answer is a no. Because to be perfectly honest, you don't know this person well enough to give them so much leeway, so much of your like care and love and like energy, because that's going to drain the shit out of you, like completely. And it's not your job to like take on and protect other people's like emotional stability, what you need to do is you need to act in accordance for how you want to be treated, and you treat others that way, you know? If you fucking hate being ghosted, and if you just like, you feel like it's really shitty for another person to do that, don't fucking do that to other people. Like, that is living out of alignment and like values with yourself. And that's just gonna make you feel like you're a bad person. So for me, really clear, good communication is something that I cannot compromise on. And if a person is being wish-washy, if they were consistent and now they're just kind of like giving me breadcrumbs, I would not do that to another person that I was genuinely interested in like continuing and progressing relationship in. So what you need to do is have enough self-respect and more love and like care and protection for yourself than for the desire to want this thing, to want this person, to want this situation. And also, I know it's not always easy to hear, and it certainly wasn't easy for me to hear last night from my mom, but having a level of faith that you're being protected, you're being guided, and that if this person, this situation, this job, this friendship didn't work out, that means that there are better things for you out there. There's a better boy, there's a better friend, there's a better career, there's a better job, there's a better opportunity. And just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there. Just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there. All right? So just sticking with it, letting yourself go through the motions. I know it's not always easy. I know, trust me, it's not easy for me either. It's really not. But like my mom told me last night, you don't grow through the easy times. You don't grow through the happy times. You want to be a bad bitch. A bad bitch has to go through bad things sometimes. All right? Thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye.